something else to provide feedback to get those back muscles firing. Stand up. So what I do is take a band, tie it in a knot, and shove it in the door. So it's just kind of up here at the door again. We'll just grab this band, 1 inch in, a little bit lower. Step back. Pull straight up. Now squat down. So she's got much better form because this band is getting the back to fire. You just do 10 of these. Keep sitting back though. Your knees are moving a little too far forward. So what you want to do is only go down as far as you can go and keep that form good. And as things start to fire better, and she gets stronger, she's going lower and lower there. So already you've got better form. That tells us that it's not true weakness. It's that inhibition or things getting shut off. So now go back over there. Just do without the band. So now I want you to try to squat down. Chest up. So you would work on that daily, okay? If I'm going to switch people.
You again?
Yeah, you can. I want you now. Okay, so she isn't ready for any single leg work yet. I think that he is. So balance is worse on the right leg, correct? Mm-hmm. Yes. So what I would do is do a single leg, similar thing, but just a single leg squat using the band. So I'm going to have you kick this leg in front of you. So the band's going to do the same thing as it did in the squat. You got to get that leg up.
Okay.
You're going to do a little bit of a single leg squat in the middle of your kneecap over your second toe. Good. Try a finger. There you go. Keep pulling out into the band. There you go. Just don't go down too low. So proper form. There. Good. Tired yet?
Trying to fall over.
That knee out. Knee out. Good. Okay. So just more of a challenge. And come on up. So we're providing some resistance to get it stronger. We're providing that input to the nervous system to get it firing. Any questions at this point?
The one that she was doing with, or you were the door, did you do that like standing against the door to keep your knees straight?
You could combine the two. Mm-hmm. Like you could take a chair, have the chair. But ultimately, you're supposed to be able to get all the way down here, and you can't do that if your knees are going forward. You're gonna not have enough mobility in your ankle. So if your arms are straight up, when you get low enough, you're gonna have to sit back because you just simply lose it right. That's as far as you're gonna be able to go. Make sense?
When you say firing, what do you mean firing?
Contracting.
Okay.
Yeah, engaging, contracting. So we've just noticed that things get inhibited. So you lose that connection with the movement pattern between your brain, your nervous system, and the muscle.
Okay.
And the glutes are a big issue with that. There's other muscles like the deep low back muscles. We found if you have a disc herniation, those start to atrophy within a few days. But the glutes, I don't know if it's because we sit a lot, we don't really move the way we're designed to move now that we have all, cars and sitting at a desk at our computer all the time. But we lose that connection. So when I step on my leg, my glute should contract. But a lot of times it just doesn't.
So other parts of your body have to make up for that.
Compensate, exactly.
Okay.
And then those smaller muscles, tensor fasciae lata, tight hamstrings, these muscles that aren't supposed to perform that function get irritated. So that could be, tight hamstrings, pulled hamstrings, trigger points, myofascial pain, all of those issues from abusing other muscles that are now overused because the glutes aren't working the way they're supposed to.
When you say inhibited, is that like just muscle memory is developed to so far and then it doesn't go further? Is that what you mean, or is it just that? Like you only go to
Inhibited means not firing.
Yeah.
Okay, so just basically the same answer.
Uh,
So a firing muscle is a contracting muscle, and an inhibited muscle is a muscle that's not firing when it's supposed to. So same idea, you lose that connection in the nervous system, and we know that your brain changes really quickly. So a lot of times with these activities, it's not the weakness so much, it's that connection that you just lost it. And so a lot of times you can do a few of these corrective exercises, and immediately your ability changes. So that tells us that now the muscle is firing and you're able to do that movement pattern properly.
So you used two terms before when you were talking about, and if I recall, it was weakness. Is that right? Weakness and inhibited.
Yes.
So okay.
So you can't change weakness in, even a week,
Yeah.
but you can change the inhibition.
Oh, okay.
So, it takes muscle 6 weeks to actually strengthen, but you can make changes immediately in the firing pattern, whether that muscle is firing. Any other questions? I forgot to pass around my sign-in sheet. Oh, it's back there. If you guys get a chance, if you wouldn't mind just writing down your name and email address, and then I'll be around. You guys do what, 5K? So you shouldn't be running for too long. I'll stick around if you have any questions, and maybe grab a beer.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys so much for coming.